Now, the first symptom of withdrawals is hot, cold flashes, where your body cannot regulate that core temperature, where you're feeling really hot, but a lot of times you're freezing. And if you're in stage 1, these symptoms of hot, cold flashes won't be as severe as if you're in stage 2, and the same with stage 3. Now, what happens that causes this is when someone gets alcohol into their system, it causes their blood vessels to dilate, causing you to lose core temperature. But it makes you feel warmer. That's why if you see someone that's been drinking, their cheeks tend to be red and flush because the blood vessels come to the surface of their skin, because those blood vessels have dilated. They've gotten bigger, gotten closer to the surface of the skin. That also happens when we exercise, so that we don't burn up, so that it can get us cooled off a little bit. Well, this does it unnaturally, and after so much drinking, it messes up your body's ability to regulate that body temperature. And then all of a sudden you stop drinking and your body doesn't have that ability to maintain that, so you have a hot flash. And then like I said, a lot of times you're feeling like you're freezing to death because that body heat has been to the surface of your skin so much, and then you're not used to it being back to the way that it normally is. The second symptom that alcoholics will go through when they're trying to stop drinking is called the DTs, delirium tremens. Now, delirium means hallucinations, and these hallucinations are very severe, so much so that someone that is in stage 2 or stage 3 of alcoholism would definitely want to be in a clinic or hospitalized because of the dangers of these hallucinations. A person might, for example, see a spider, and to them it's as big as an elephant. It scares them, so they could hurt themselves or hurt someone else. The nightmares are unbelievable. The T is the shakes, the tremens, where their body, remember, it has a physical dependence also. And because of that physical dependence, the body is just shaking because it is craving and needing that dependence of alcohol in it so much. So that's what the DTs are. And again, depending on where you are in each stage will determine how severe those DTs are. The next symptom is they will have a difficult time sleeping, because alcohol, as you know, is a depressant drug. Your body's all constantly, when you're under alcohol, is fighting against that depressant drug. Then all of a sudden you don't have that in your system, and your homeostasis is actually higher than it normally would be. So it makes it very difficult for them to get any sleep, not to mention the fact that they don't want to sleep because they're having those nightmares. The next one is very, very common for someone going through withdrawals to become suicidal, because their body's ability to cope with life has been so messed up. And again, alcohol is a depressant drug, which is why earlier we talked about over 50% of suicides, alcohol is involved. There is no sobriety, meaning there is no chance of going through these withdrawal symptoms without having some severe suicidal thoughts, which is another reason why people going through withdrawals need to be hospitalized and put in help. They can't do it on their own. The severity of them is just so severe. And which is, again, why when we go back to the very first of talking about withdrawals, 1 in 7 people going through withdrawals will die, which is a higher rate than any other drug. So we don't get started drinking. We don't need to worry about going through the different stages. So that's the end of today's presentation. Now take some time to relax, but hopefully you got some good notes. A lot of what we covered will be on the next quiz, which will not be for, I'll let you know, it'll probably be Friday again, maybe Thursday, but I'll let you know pretty soon, depending on how long I drone on here in these different presentations.